So in this video, I just wanted to show you some of the capabilities of Gemini. Let's go over first to Google AI Studio, which is available at the URL you see here. This was formerly known as Maker Suite, and it's the interface to interact with Google's foundation models using an API key. I'm going to select Gemini Pro Vision, and I'm going to paste in an image of a pineapple pizza. And I'm going to ask Gemini what is wrong with this. And Gemini is correctly telling me that the pizza is topped with pineapple, which is clearly wrong. So I'm going to accept this. And that was really just a fun example. Let's try another one. Now I have an IKEA table here, and I want to see if Gemini is capable of finding the real dimensions of this table. I have the correct dimensions right here, so I can check. So let's go and ask, what do you think are the dimensions of this table in centimeters? So Gemini is telling me the table is 240 by 100 by 75, which are actually very close to the real dimensions. It's only off by a few centimeters on 2 of the 3 dimensions. So very good. Notice that there are a couple of resources and interesting things to explore here in Google AI Studio, but let's go over to Vertex AI now, which is Google Cloud's enterprise platform for generative AI and machine learning. So we go to Vertex AI Studio and the multimodal modality. And here we have a bunch of examples to work with. Let's pick this one. So this one has an image of a fish market, and we want to extract information about the items and the prices in JSON format. So let's submit the example prompt here. And here's the output. And we can see that Gemini correctly generated some JSON with the different fish and their different prices from the image. So let's try another example now. Let me clear this, and I'm going to include now a video that I have. And this is a video of a Duet AI demo from Next. And in this video, there's some code. And at one point in the video here, Duet AI is used to generate some code, and I want to see if Gemini is capable of finding that code for me and giving me the code that is shown in the video. So here we have the code output. It's a Go function, exactly as shown in the video. So very interesting example of how Gemini can be used for extraction of information from videos. Now let's switch to a Colab Notebook, which is available in the GitHub repository that I included in the video description. So this notebook contains some simple code for multimodal use cases, including use cases with text and images as input and also text and video as input. I'm going to skip through the initial setup steps and jump straight into the use cases. So the first one is asking how much I should pay for the fruits in the image given the following price lists. And the price list is also an image of a spreadsheet containing the prices. And then in the prompt, we have the steps required to answer the question. And here's the response from the model, including the steps and the final answer for how much I should pay for the fruits. The next use case is about understanding screens and interfaces. So here we have an oven appliance, and we are asking how to reset the clock on this appliance, and we're asking for instructions in English and French. And here the model is giving us a response with step-by-step instructions in English and in French as we asked. The next use case here is about understanding entity relationships in technical diagrams. So we have this diagram with category, vendor, sales, and some other entities, and Gemini has correctly identified the entities and also the relationships between them. So very good example of understanding of diagrams. So in the next one here, we have 2 images of 2 glasses, and we're asking for which one is more appropriate for an oval shaped face. And we want the response in JSON as well. And Gemini is giving us a recommendation to use glasses 2. The next example is about finding similarities and differences in images. So we have 2 images of a landmark, and we are asking what is shown in each image and what are the differences between them. So Gemini is describing the landmark here and explaining the contents of each of the images and also the differences between them, including a specific example of a woman in a black coat that is present in one image and not in the other. This next example will use a video. So here we have some footage of the Mediterranean Sea, and we are asking what is shown in the video, where is it, and what are the top 5 places that look like this area. And here we have a description of the contents of the video from Gemini. It's also telling me that this is in Turkey, and these are the top 5 places that are similar to it. This next example is also using a video. This time we want to ask what's in the video, what is the action being taken, and we are asking also for 10 tags for this video. And here we have a description of what's going on and the suggested tags as well. The next example is also about asking questions from a video. We notice that even though today Gemini is not at the moment extracting audio from video, it's still capable of reading text and things like captions. So it can answer questions based on what's been spoken here if it's in the captions. So here it's answering the questions correctly. And we have the output in JSON as well. The final example is about answering extra information that is beyond what is explicitly in the video. So here we're asking which metro line is this, where does it run from and to, and what are the stations along the way, and it's correctly giving that information here. So I wanted to show you also the GitHub repository. This is where you can find not only this notebook that I just showed, but also a lot of other resources here. So if you go to the Gemini folder, you see here a bunch of directories with function calling examples, getting started examples, responsible AI examples, sample labs, and sample use cases. So over here you find the notebook that I just showed, but also other use cases such as education, retail, and retrieval augmented generation, and simple code for all that. Here we also have a sample Streamlit application. So if you like to work with Streamlit, we have a notebook here with that kind of code as well. And one final thing that I wanted to show was the documentation, which highlights what are the good use cases for Gemini, which includes things like digital content understanding what's going on in images and videos. But importantly, we also have the limitations here. So things that the model is not capable of today in this first version. So understanding longer than 2 minutes videos, for example, or audio and videos, and some other things that the first version of the model is still not able to do. And also things that are not supported, like bounding box object detection. There's an FAQ section here as well where you can find answers to a lot of questions you may have. So I'd encourage you to check that out as well. Now, I hope this video was useful. It was really just a gentle and quick introduction to Gemini's capabilities. And I would encourage you to check out the resources that I have included in the video description here. And I would encourage you to try it out as well. And let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.